Greetings one and all, my name is Lancer and welcome back once again to Frieren Beyond Journey's End. We'll be watching episode 10 today and holy shit. Last time on Frieren, this show has gone from really good to peak status pretty quickly for me. Oh man. We had some incredible action with Vernon Stark taking on Lugner and Linny, aka Iron Mouse, and it was just such a spectacle of animation and art design, music, everything. It was perfect. By the time I'm recording this one, I haven't gotten to editing that episode yet, but I'm really looking forward to revisiting it and rewatching it again because, oh man, that was so good. It's also been a good couple days since I last recorded a batch of these. That last just scene has been in my head for a while. Stark managed to defeat Linny, and Fern managed to hit right in the heart, the weak spot of Lugner, but we didn't see him disintegrate just yet. And meanwhile, Frieren has confronted Aura, the guillotine. I'm curious to see what kind of battle is going to take place between those two, because they do have history, so I imagine we'll see some of that. But I'm curious to see where we're going to pick up from that craziness that happened last time, so let's just get right into the episode. Is this Frieren and Flame? Flame? They're in like Greek attire. That's cool. I mean, it's not Greek, but you know, it's that similar sort of style. Basalt. More demon history. How young is she by this point? I want to learn so much more about her. Episode 10, a powerful mage. Right back here. Yep, he's still alive. Don't monologue, just finish him off. She'll be fine. But there is like the resistance thing. That might have been a trick that she said to that one guy last time. About like, oh, I'm stronger than Aura. A trick, though, I don't know. Maybe it's the truth. I imagine it'd be the truth. What is she doing? Oh. Well, goodbye. We're kind of jumping back and forth. Is this when she found her? So is it just like she suppresses her mana so much? Huh. I guess a Dragon Ball comparison, it's like having normal Super Saiyan Blue versus Mastered Super Saiyan Blue, where it's like you're not letting the excess energy leak out, you're keeping it more contained, so it gives you an even greater boost in power. Why would that be disgraceful though? That just seems effective. I mean, that's just my initial take on it, maybe it's something different. Well, except you. Dang, so she was already pretty strong. Just takes her. Yeah, this is already like, because the whole Flame legacy is like a centuries old story already, so, but I imagine Frieren's pretty, well, at least young by elf standards. She's probably already like several decades old by this point. Like, how long do elves stay like babies for? Like, it's what a normal toddler is for us, which is like, you know, 2 to 4 years old. For an elf might be 20 to 40 years. Can we see some of Flame's power? Cool designs. Racism. Oh, that was cool. All right. There you go. Hide your true power level. It's Dragon Ball, bruh. That's literally like classic early Dragon Ball. What do you mean you can change your power level? Like you can hide your true power. Like the early villains always telling Goku, it's just like, why don't you fight with your full power? So I can see why that would be disgraceful. I need to stop with the Dragon Ball comparisons, I know. But I mean, like, it's there, so I'm going to point it out. Two-way racism. Seems simple enough. For life. Dude, what a transition. Hold on, I want to see that. She has that same smirk on her face. Oh, that's so good. Well, we've been setting up the whole her not using all of her mana. You're gonna have to release all your mana? But you live way longer than even her. Oh my god. Right. They just... Yeah, the strongest are the strongest. Right. Are they really so different? Is this edging? She must release it. Oh my god, it's already been so much time. Only 50, yeah. Oh man. I wanna know what they got up to in between that time. Right, okay.
その魔法を教えてよ。いいか、フリーレン。歴史に名を残そうなんて考えるなよ。目立たず生きろ。
Well...
お前が歴史に名を残すのは魔王をぶっ殺す時だ。
Until, and then... There was no name on that gravestone. It was just... Oh, that's so... See, it's weird because we already know, like, they defeat the Demon King. But the thing is, we still don't know how they defeated him. That whole battle still hasn't been delved into or seen. It's cool how it's like, it's set up for that battle, but it's also still relevant to everything that's happening currently. That's phenomenal writing. I can't even... I'm so fascinated with this. I don't know, I'm just taking a second to just sort of take that in now. Because when you look at Frieren's life, at least in this story that's being told, it's 3 points on this timeline. Where now it's like we have this beginning part of her story with her being found and saved by Flame and then being taught by her, to then eventually when she meets up with the heroes and just this whole time in between, which I imagine they'll show here in a second, and then they go on their whole 10-year journey and then defeating the Demon King and everything that happens there, to then when we go to the very first episode of this show, where they've already defeat the Demon King, And then now it's this whole time, and then the 80 years after that, then leading to this point in the present, where she's with Fern and Stark and all of them going on their journey. So it's just fascinating having this story where each one of those points in Frieren's life could be just their own show. And to some people, it might seem chaotic to be like, no, we're just going to take all of that and put it into one. But just in this one episode alone, there's so much. I mean, it's mainly dealing with the first chunk, with the whole flame story, which they've been telling bits and pieces of, the 10-year journey, where eventually I'm sure leading more towards maybe the end of this first bit, we'll get to how they actually defeated the king. Enough talk, we need to finish this episode, but that's just, that's phenomenal writing. And now she's just on her own. For the first time, she's on her own, actually. I love these montages. Built her own home. Oh my god, that's like some Ghibli stuff right there. And a whole city gets built. She's still suppressing her mana. So she was the last one. He sees it. Dude, fucking Himmel, man. He seemed so unassuming and even kind of goofy in the first episode, but yeah, he's like the most influential character in this whole story. But yeah, I also forgot to talk about just what Flame said, just like, don't leave your name in history. It makes sense, because the whole thing with like the Demon King, like he ordered the execution of the elves. Like it makes sense that to go under the radar, suppress your mana, don't be this powerful mage until the Demon King's defeated, and now like even then when we go into the present stuff, people know her as Frieren. So it's cool how her story in terms of like history and whatnot really begins here with the heroes, even though there's so much more that happened before that point. What? No. Don't do that so quickly. No, they fought a solar dragon before. Oh, the battle with Aura. Hold on, there was one more before that. God, I wish I could do frame by frame on here. Yeah, when they battled that guy, I don't remember his name. Yeah, Aura. And then them at the castle. Oh, that's a good shot. And now we're back to present day. All this setup for this moment. It's gonna go like or it's gonna break maybe. What a song. You're dulling your blade by running it through the soil. Yeah. Oh man. It's like Dark Souls music. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh. Deceive them with your mana. Oh my god. I'm not alright. Okay. Okay, I said... God. I'm sorry, I need to watch that again. I would like another. Dude, I can hear the Ultra Instinct theme when I watch this. Oh my god. Every chill in my body just activated. Every almond. She said, kill yourself now. And then this POV. Okay. Yeah, let's talk. Now, I said last time that last episode was the best episode so far. Yeah, this one's gonna be tough to beat. Oh, man, that episode felt so long as well, but again, in a great way. I'm glad it felt that way. Man, before this weekend started and, I hadn't had time to really watch any more stuff, where we left off last time, I was like, all right, that seems like a good place to leave off. We saw the bulk of, the action and whatnot. We're probably gonna be maybe more slower paced next time. I mean, granted, we were slower paced in the sense that we were dealing more with, like, Frieren's story with Flame. We saw, like, the peak of action and animation in the previous episode, and this episode absolutely was the peak of storytelling and writing. I mean, pretty much it went how I predicted it would go, or trying to balance the things, and obviously Frieren is way more powerful than she lets on. Like, they could have easily just had it be like, oh, she does the thing, she defeats her. It's easy as that. We move on. But they took the whole episode. It's all just set up for her to just be like, yeah, I've been holding back. But it's not just that I've been holding back in this fight. I've been holding back for the past 1,000 years. Oh my god, I need the soundtrack to be released so I can listen to that song again. That's gonna be a scene I rewatch a lot. That was so fucking good. Well, Aura was kind of short-lived, though, to be fair. I kind of was hoping we get a little bit more of story with her, but she's just a device to show how strong Frieren is. Frieren the Slayer, man. I mean, it was cool because last episode we saw like one scene with Frieren, and then the rest of it was focused mainly on Fern and Stark, and now this episode was the opposite. We had like one scene with Fern and Stark, or not even Stark, just Fern, and then the rest of it was Frieren. Yeah, that was peak. Like I'm sure most people will say that last episode was peak in terms of animation and whatnot. No, for me as a writer, that was peak in terms of writing, just character stuff, music. Oh man. I mean, I'm excited to get into the rest of it, but obviously this is the end of this demon arc right now, and I'm sure we're gonna go into the next story. Like, I'm sure there'll be some wrap-up stuff. We might go back to how the normal structure of these episodes is, where it's like the first half of the next episode is probably gonna be wrap-up of what happened here, and then the next half will be going into the next story. So in terms of the first like big arc, what a tone setter of story, of action, of characters. Because obviously this is a story where it's like these characters are only going to get stronger. Well, mainly like Fern and Stark. But yeah, as if I didn't already love Frieren enough, she's going to shoot up to being one of my favorite anime characters, and probably just characters ever by the end of this. I just can't wait to see more. Holy, this is easily one of the longest episodes I've done so far for Frieren. Again, justifiably, this was absolutely phenomenal. Either way, thank you all for joining me for my reaction to episode 10 of Frieren. Join me next time for episode 11, as well as everything else that'll be coming out soon. Until next time, I'm Lancer. Thanks for watching.